Hello, everybody. This is Alpha Omega. You may know me as AO Gaming, and today I'd like to make a personal content about a tarot reading I decided to make. I will make my opinion covering what have been said during this reading, after this reading, and what is my thought and how can I relate to it if it does resonate with me. All right. With that being said, let's get into this.
And AO Gaming, thank you for your donation. Thank you, Val. Saw vid earlier. Love the hair. I quit my there we go. I quit my WFH due my unhappiness caught up from my past. I'm working on my gaming YouTube channel for the fun, joy, and it's something for me. What road may lead me to? Question mark. You guys are damn riddles with your questions, how you guys word things. But long story short, you've obviously gone through a lot of shit. You're now doing your YouTube channel, okay, which is awesome. Good for you for just doing something for you finally and enjoying yourself. The road it will lead you to is honestly gaming is a big thing out there. It's fun. So have fun and do it. And the views and the whatever else, donations and all that fun stuff will come. Just keep being yourself. Do something a little different maybe, from other gamers. Learn from other gamers that have more subscribers, right? Like research, learn, be a hermit, take notes. And just have fun with it. And if I were you, I would post every day. There's a fun tip. Anyone who wants to do YouTube, post every fucking day for literally like 6 months straight. You'll see the blessings, trust me. Every day though. Every day. Every freaking day. Here we go. All right, AO Gaming, let's see. And yeah, there's so many cool things you could do with it, with gaming. That's funny. Well, here's something, but it's like obvious. Okay, 68, Wombat Spirit, be at home. So they're telling you, you want to grind? You want to do YouTube and game? Girl, boy, you better be gaming every fucking day and stay at home. Stay your ass at home. Be home, right? Be home. Sideways, what came out for you is think on your feet. Be quick on it, right? Number 27, think on your feet, Fox Spirit. Okay? So just kind of, like I said, basically, the rest will be gravy. The rest will come to you. Maybe you have a little skit. Maybe you're goofy, funny, weird. I don't know. Who knows what the hell you do, right? It's more of just continue to be yourself and have fun with it. Make it different. Right? Like, are you going to be the kind of gaming YouTube channel where they just watch you play the game? Or are you going to do the kind where, like, they're watching the game itself, right? And they never see you, but they hear you? Are you going to do commentary? Are you going to do reviews? Are you going to be that one that's always buying the first game out there? Are you going to be reviewing the games, right? Or are you just going to be like, hey, I'm so-and-so, what's going? And we're just going to play this game today. I'm going to smack a little jang, do whatever. Right? Like, make it your own. I don't know, right? Just whatever. Okay? And number 37, Upright Lion Spirit, be generous of spirit. However that may relate to you, be generous of spirit. Be grateful for whatever has been going on, what is going on, good and bad, okay? And move forward within that. Be generous of spirit. Let's see more. See that? Flying. They're flying out for you. Okay. You are trusting the great mystery, which is good. 65, Whale Spirit in reverse here. And you are, good. Elephant Spirit, 25. You are learning from the past. So that is good. Lizard Spirit, number 38. Dream the world into being, aka co-create, manifest, write down. So picture your YouTube channel. Picture where you want it to go, how you want it to be. Envision yourself every night before bed, like, what is it? Like, what are you going to sound like? How are you going to behave? Like, how are you going to act? Like, what are you going to do, right? What kind of gaming techniques are you going to do? Every single day, every single day. Watch your numbers go. Watch your numbers go up. Watch your numbers go up. Watch your numbers go up. Write it down on a bunch of pieces of papers and notes and shit. You guys will see it in my YouTube videos back then when I was in Seattle. I had papers everywhere, okay? And in reverse, number 48, Porcupine Spirit, time for beginner mind, which means time for the childish child's play mind. And that's what you're doing. You're listening finally to your inner child. That is one thing that no one understands. You become successful on YouTube by being and thinking like a child. What was your younger self doing and wanting to do back then, right? Number 49, upright, rabbit spirit. And now is a lucky time for you for the, I'm telling you, gaming is popular. Now is a lucky time. In reverse, number 41, nightingale spirit, love is all around, okay? And that can mean basically you'll get all the love, right? You'll get other people being like, oh my God, hey, how's it going? And I think gaming's cool, right, babe? Where you can, because you get, some people could, you could basically get like those headphones and you can talk to other people, right, while you're gaming and stuff, right? That's cool. You can make connections, right? I mean, there's people out there that make lifelong friends and they've never met the person, but they game for years together, right? It's a whole different world. 34 in reverse, hummingbird spirit, be here now, and that's what you're doing. You're definitely being more present now that you have time to focus on yourself and not on the bullshit that was going on around you. That is what I have for you in regards to that. Okay, so thank you for your donation. Thank you, everyone. I am leaving. Okay? Gone. Dusted. Bye. But I will, let me finish everyone else. So whoever's seeing this, no more, okay? But if you do, and if I forget, if I missed you or something, you know the rule. And so do I. Is to screenshot me, email me, and I will take care of it between today or the next day immediately, okay? So AO Gaming, that is what I have for you. Thank you for your donation. Have fun with that YouTube channel.
Now, before you ask, I make sure that I ask permission to record this personal reading that I had for me, just to make sure I don't want to step no boundaries and nobody's foot at the same time. Here is where I ask for permission, just to make sure. I want no comments down below stating that I did it without her knowledge.
Yeah, do what you need to do. I mean, it's live anyway, and it's going to be up there, AO Gaming. You know, just so you can, I guess, replay it back and stuff, because I know I'd said a lot.
With that being said, I would like to go over the general reading that she got off, starting with the question I asked. As you can see here, so my comment was, thank you, Val. Saw a video earlier, meaning that I saw her two recent video earlier that day, which kind of encouraged me to do more, like if I was like heading the right path of my happiness. I love stating here that I love the hair. I don't know, I have a thing for hairs like that. Don't ask me. Just find out I have your fetish of things. Says here that I quit my WFH. Those who don't know what WFH stand for is work from home. Most people thinking like, oh man, working from home is the best thing. No, it really don't. It constantly drain you due to the fact that you are working from home, and you need to remember that your home is your home. You pay your bills. You live under this roof, this shelter that you call home as a protection for external environment, the external bad influence, and just want a place that's peace, right? But so imagine having work with, have to deal with customer service and stuff like that, and you have to be careful what you say and that due to nature. And not only that, those calls are recorded, so it's just like it could be used against you. So I'm not the type to just be cursed at and verbally abused and not say nothing or doing anything. Like I have been constantly gotten in trouble for standing up for myself, even though if it was the right thing, but legally speaking, when it comes to the eyes of the corporation, they don't like that. I don't care, and that's why I keep getting in trouble. But with this work from home, it wasn't that, it's the people fault. And I understand, as I'm not oblivious to people, to their ignorance and their unnoticed anger and frustration. I understand that, but I just don't tolerate to a certain point. And so it get crazy. I'll explain later after I finish. Due to my unhappiness caught up from my past, I'm working on my gaming YouTube channel for the fun, joy, and it's something for me. What road may lead me to? Hashtag Virgo. I put that symbol of the Virgo sign. Yes, I'm a Virgo, and show the sign Taoism. I believe that's what it's called. But the yin, I do believe so much in the yin. I do believe it's one. Everything's the same. Just it's perceived as different, but they're really the same. Let's go back to why I quit my what was going on with the work from home. So recently, I don't know. I just woke up. I was like barely made it on time. Oh, you working from home? How do you get there late? You trust me. People get on their job late. Worse than trying to get to work. It'll happen. I don't know how to explain that. Other than that, I just took a call. She was really a customer, a member, just like was very rude and stuff. Something not the unexpected, the norms of it. And it was weird. And for some reason, when I got a phone, I really don't know why, but like a tear. No, I'm sorry, not a tear. I was crying, and it was weird because I wasn't crying like emotionally. It just came out of nowhere. It's like a leak faucet. That'll say. It's like you close the damn valve and the faucet, whatever it's called, the turning thing, but it's still leaking. So it's pretty much like, so like it was weird because it was just like I just got a phone, and it's not like what she said wasn't anything enough to hurt me emotionally. It was just it just came out of nowhere. It really, I don't understand. It was just I was really confused, and I knew because I know I'm into spiritual things, and I'm not into religious thing, at least not on the 3D world. I'm not into the religious 3D world, the way how they perceive it as, because like I'm not gonna talk about it on this video. Maybe one day I'll make a channel, on a separate channel, or maybe the same channel with different content of my personal opinion about that or my experience. So, and I know when things are wrong is happening or not. So this was clearly a sign. I took it as a sign, and that's what's great about being me, because I don't believe in coincidence. I never had, not even since a child, never believe in coincidence. Everything happens for a reason. And it's funny how one of this reading kind of happened the same way, read the same way. So I was talking about it, and I started to realize that every job that I ever had was physically stressful. Talking about my first job was working at Wendy. So I wasn't really thought about it too much, but then I realized right now, since I've gotten older and more knowledgeable about things in life, that he was a very I don't even know that word. Let me not use that word. He was very disrespectful towards women. There, to say, it's fresh stuff like that, blah blah. And I never took it in the heart because I just wanted. It was my first job, so it was one of those. Yes, sir, I'll do this. Like it's no question asked. I do it. I don't. I didn't know my worth, my values when it comes to starting to work. I think I was 17 at the time, and it was my first job. So a lot of stuff happened. It was a very stressful physical job because there's things that I'd done there that's just it's not normal. Second a job after that was I was in construction. Once again, I had two bosses. It was one for the project. He was a project manager, and the second one was foreman. He was a constructor guy. He's the most physical. One was for physical, and one was for the office, pretty much. So I was a temporary, and so most of the time I was working with project manager. Came to be known that it came to the point that, like I said, like I was one of those guys. Like, yes, sir, I'll do it right away. Like I just wanted to great for my job. You ever had that person that trying to instill that trying to shape you up to, like, you need to be the best, you got to do better. They'll, you work you work to your best so you can earn more and stuff like that. I'm going to tell you no, at least from my experience. And I wish I could explain more. This opinion of mine is not based on this video. So I'll keep going. I'm going to generalize the thing. So once again, this project manager was also not just, I want to say sexist. Like I say, I don't know true meaning of these words. So I'm just going to say he's very disrespectful to everybody. He was cheating on his wife. Like, I literally know. It was weird. He was cheating on his wife. And like, it was weird because they were separated, and okay, fine. I just happened to know these stuff because I had to. And when it finally got to, I guess like I found out that she was living with him now. He was cheating on her with some other girl. And I'm looking at this guy because I'm like, how does this ugly fuck can get another girl? Like, look, if you got game, you got game. I can't hate on that. You know what to say? Don't hate the game, hate the player. Or was it? No, I'm sorry. I got that wrong. Hate the game, not the player, which is totally fine. I understand. It just made me thought, like, what the fuck? What he must just slapping these women with a stack of money, because he does make money, like serious cash. $5,000 bi-weekly. At that time, that was a lot of money because minimum wage back then, at that state, the minimum wage was like $7.10. So $5 per bi-weekly is a lot to me, at least. Got out of it. Oh, he was very rashy, and because it don't get me wrong, it's not like, oh man, you just saying that. No, I actually witnessed him saying that N-word right in front of one of those patrol officer that does the ticket thing, and I guess the lady put the ticket on his car stating that that car cannot be there. So he was stating that, oh, I work at here. This is the company parking right here. And then he just like lashed out at her, calling her the N-word. I was just like, bro. And I'm just like looking everybody. I even looked at my second boss, and he just shrugged, and he's like, technically, like, you watch this anime and you want to be the hero and all that stuff. Like, don't get me wrong. I wanted to. I was confused. Like, reality, I was confused because, like, this shit is actually happening. Now, Diesel, like I said, I'm younger. Like, I didn't took much action. But we get to that later on. Now I'll go to my next job. And I'm not saying like I go to my next job like that day. I'm talking about like the next job like I have was retail. I think that's what they call it. Like just selling stuff. I'm not gonna talk about that. It was physically stressful. I did stuff, but it wasn't like too bad. It wasn't as worse as the previous. So it's gotten a little bit better. But minimum wage to the T, bro. To the T. $7.10. Then I came to another state living. I guess you could say I had a family, and we just got separated. It's, put it that way. And I could get into that as well. That job that I got in when I moved into another state was the first job was the meat factory. It's a factory that did meat, and it cut the meats. They do the meatballs and stuff like that. Those are the things I did when I was in the freezer and cut the meat. meat processor, something like that. I guess that's what you call it. And yeah, it was just harsh because like I guess in the end I didn't understood that I guess he had it was a jealousy of him that thinking that I was gonna take his job. I was a temporary at that point as well, and like I'm thinking to myself like, yo, you can keep this job. I don't even like this job, and the only reason why I don't like this job, and I think it was because of him. So that was the reason. And so I left that job for another job, which is a plumbing job. Now this is where it get this is where shit got serious. Uh, it was a plumbing company, and it was a family business pretty much because the father is the owner, the son is the manager, stuff like that. I don't know what position he is, but he's the one wearing the suit pretty much. And it just got like that's where my physical stress are coming from. I was a stick. I was like one of those featherweight champion boxer. Like like oh man, he toned and stuff, but like I'm a stick and I can eat. Like I'm talking about like two baconators, two bacon. Now I'm not talking about like two baconators with those two meat patties. No, those are for weaklings. I'm talking about the three patties. Those. Anyway, so I was one of those I could eat. I could eat. I don't look what I eat, how much I eat, pretty much to say. And so, but my physical stress came from that job because once again, I was one of those. Yes, sir, I'll do it. But that was one of those jobs. That was one of the also the job that I was coming out of that shell as well. I was evolving the Pokemon and stuff, but it was too late. So let me put it in an example. I spent hours digging 6 foot. I wouldn't even say 6 foot. That was deeper than 6 foot. Like pretty much two men could even get out. Two-man size couldn't get out the whole water ladder, and like just digging there for hours in the sun. It pretty much got me brain. I didn't even realize. I was wondering why, like, wow, everything is slow. It's not that everything was slow. I was slow. I was being cooked. My brain was being cooked, literally. I didn't realize that. Like, you don't know this stuff. It got to the point that when I was driving, I was sleeping while driving. And I'm not talking about like sleeping like you can see me sleeping. I'm talking about like I'm not responding sleeping. And it's just like the only reason why I noticed it is because my I had someone close to me that worked with me, and you know, pretty much he's my cousin. So my cousin told me he's like, yo, like I've been talking to you, but you didn't respond. I was like, really? Like it got to the point like I was really on autopilot. I was on autopilot driving. Thank goodness I did not crash to anything. And I was like, I was driving perfectly. I knew I was driving, but I was living in autopilot while responding to anything else. That's how physically stressful I am. It got to the that physical stress became a mental stress. I want to tell you this: on Christmas Eve, like I said, it was a plumbing job. I broke a pipe. I broke a pipe to the point that it was shit. It was shit, filled, backed up for like over 3 weeks. I was drenched in it. I was trying to stop it. I was drenched in it. That's what I got for Christmas Eve. And you know what the sad part is? I gave up. I really broke down. I broke down mentally. I I don't think I cried that day, but like I wanted to. I wanted to freaking cry. I came home, went to my then at that time my ex at that time, and like I was just want to say, just want to hug, just want to hug. I stood there for hours. I just want to hug. So I was just meant. It's just like there's no way I'm gonna get out of this It's rat race. Those who don't know what's the rat race, the 9 to 5 works. It's 9 to 5 jobs. So it just got to the point like I just like, screw that. A lot of things happened in that job. A lot of things happened in that job. Another job after that was finally like got to the point like ex left, took the family, just like frustrated to the point. Then I started working at the gym, and I got the job there too because I was just being a smart ass. I was like, so at that point, I worked at a gym. It was crazy because like I got promoted real quick from part time to full time, from full time overnight. No, it was okay. So it was part time overnight, then it was part time daytime, then full time daytime. Then I became a trainer. Then I downgraded because I was like overwhelmed with stupidity, bullshit, and eventually I got fired because I'm not gonna lie. It's my fault, but I feel like it's not that it's my fault. Like I planned this. I really planned this album. Virgos are so calculated, well calculated. They won't do something unless they knew what was gonna happen. I knew what was gonna happen. I did it anyway. Because I guess in a sense, I never quit a job. So I'd rather get fired than quit. Now, back to my work from home job. So after that, I did the work from home job. Now, I'm going to tell you that since this was my first job that's not physical, and I'm guessing that everything that was happening to me, my past, finally caught up to me. That all that physical stress finally hit me that one day. It just caught up. It just said, just slapped me in my face. But that one slapped me in my face, and I felt that tear coming out, and I knew it was a warning. And I'm like thinking to myself, like, this is not gonna. And like, if I'm gonna suffer and be homeless and stuff like that, I might as well do my best, just have fun before that ever happened. Other than that, it really get deeper down. It was just like I knew it was that it's saying that I was not happy. This is depression that's working. I'm gonna tell you something. People when they're depressed, they can't tell they're depressed. That's why there's other people notice that that person's depressed because you can tell. There's two type of people that you can tell that they're not tell, but like there's two type of people. I'm not saying it's the only way, but like my perspective, there's two type. There's one, you actually see it. It's all written all over their face. It's all written in their action. It's all written in the words. It's all written in their aura, the way you like trying to vibe with the person, but you can't because like you can feel that. Now there's the second one, the one who smiles a lot, the one who laughs at the littlest thing. That's who I was. I was laughing at the littlest thing. Like my boss would always say, "That's not even that funny. Just don't get it." Like I'll just laugh, and I'll try to explain to him while I'm smiling and laughing. It's like I'm one of those. I never knew that was depression. Never knew like I was depressed all my life because I've been homeless for 8 years before I even got my first job. As a kid, like you don't understand like a lot of. Now I'm gonna get to the part. The reason why I'm explaining that because what she said on one of the card, it made me even more grateful that I've been to it. It's crazy. So again, so I'd rather do something fun, and I really love playing video games. I started playing Total Warhammer 2. Love the game. Oh my god! And part 2 is coming out. My goodness, like this year is gonna be our great year. Whether you look at it as bad or good thing, like you need to. We're human. The best thing about us is that we adapt to the situation. Can't control the environment, but you can control how you react. Oh, and by the way, the reason why these sound like in riddles is when you do super chats, depending on the money you put, they're limits by the letters. So That's why it looked like it sounded like a riddle. And it's funny because she said when she mentioned Val had mentioned that you Hermans would understand riddles. It's funny because my family, my friends will always say something similar to that. Like, why are you always talking in riddles? Like, I actually had someone told me that. Why you act talking like in riddles? Some other people would say, well, don't make any sense. I'm really bad at explaining things. I really am. However, it does not mean that I don't know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, now it was great that she was able to figure out that, and generally speaking, that I was going through some stuff, and which I am. And am I still am? Maybe I am. Maybe I am. But at the same time, I just want to focus on just to be happy. Why gaming channel? I always wanted to play video games. Now, after the question and stuff, that's when she went into my reading. She pulled out the wombat card. That was hilarious. I had to type in a chat, LOL, and that was funny because like she said, it was obvious, and I know it was obvious, and it's funny because how she generalized what she said about me before the reading. It came out in the reading. It's not like she made this stuff up, and it's not like I did not know about this. It's just that I just want a clear answer because eventually I noticed, like I'm a spiritual person, eventually I'm going to figure this out on my own because it's true to being a hermit because the more silence and alone we are in, the more we can see things clearly. So whether I did this reading or not, but I just wanted to see like how legit can this be of the tarot reading. Now I'm not saying that she's not legit. That's not the plan to do this content. Content was they showed like there's someone who also saying the same thing. Prove that I gonna reach for what I wanted to do. So what was else she was saying? Now, when she pulled the card from the Fox Spirit, I thought of being mischievous, sly, deceptive. However, the way she explained it, there's another. I see it in another way as do be creative to the point that be creative. Pretty much, be creative, be clever of what you're trying to do. So I like that how she is telling me that these different way how to be a YouTube not how to be a YouTube gamer, but like asking me, like stating like, oh, am I going to be like this? Truthfully, I'm going to be all. I'm going to be me, however I want it to be. If the viewers want me to see my face, I'll show my face. I don't care. I'm just going to let you know I have a bad camera. I don't got one of those good, nice camera. Not that I don't have a good camera. It's just the camera is not a good position. Like you're gonna see my forehead most of the time. So don't judge my forehead. Anyway, but I'll do it. I don't care. Like I'll do it for live stream and stuff like that. But if I'm doing like as a recorded videos, like showing like Total War Hammer 2 quest battles, I don't need to put my face in it. I don't. You want to see that beauty of that tactics that I put into that game. I kid. And no stuff like that, or like reviews. I would love to do reviews. I always have opinion about it. Just never. I don't even post that. I just like have opinion. I always talk to myself, like stuff like that. And I love to do that. I would love. Maybe I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? Comment down below. What do you think? Maybe either make a separate video, channel for it, or have a different content section for it. Because no matter what, this is gonna be my gaming channel, and if it's still involved with gaming, I'll have it under different content. But if it's like something like an anime, or stuff like that, and not movie, animes, and but stuff like that, like I want to be just whatever comes to mind. It's just me. Just want to be me. I don't care. As long as just make me happy. I like how she little did she knows like dancing to one song. I'm trying to remember what song was. About a week ago, right? I think it's like one of those songs. I don't know. I think that was the dance that she was doing. Like now, to the point when she said the lion spirit. First, I was a little bit confused, but I'm pretty sure in my inner self that she's talking about. Be grateful to my spirit. Be grateful to the things that will happen. And most people be like, "Oh man, I'm a victim and stuff like." Yes, you're a victim. Do you want to be a victim for the rest of your life? I don't. I don't want to be a victim. I want to take it. I want to take back my power. I want to be. Well, I don't know what's the opposite of victim, but whatever. I want to be that Wait, no, wait. Oh, wait. No, I don't want to be the opposite of victim because I think the opposite is the assaulter or something. I don't know. I don't want to be that. I just want to be me. Just live my life, a great life. And so, in a sense, I want to appreciate every little thing, that the bads and the good that happened to me, because I started from the bottom. Now I'm here. Anyway, started from the bottom. Worked my the person who don't know, a person who got to learn everything on his own. I don't have a manual script or manual or direction map guided game guide about how to live life, how to do things in life, how to love and stuff. You know, I was all my own. Well, what up to your parents? Well, what do you mean? What about them? I don't know. I don't know. Well, I don't know half of them. What I mean by that, maybe that could be another content video. But in the meantime, uh, but yeah, I really appreciate my life, whether for worse or for good. It's I can't be me while experiencing what had happened. Could my life have been better? Yeah. If I would have been me, I would be maybe better or worse. I don't know. It's the beauty of you experiencing what happened to you. And the only thing you can do about your past is just learn from it. I'm not saying avoid it, but like learn from it, how to be a better person out of it. I don't know. Like I'm not gonna say be a better person, like it sounds stupid. I'm just saying like learn from it. There's nothing you can do about it since it's the past, but you can learn from it. Do it all depends what past was we're talking about. So you do something about it next time. Uh, Share it to someone else, like knowledge and stuff like that. I wish I knew this before I was 16. Blah blah blah. I wish I didn't, do this at this age, and like passing that knowledge to your spouse and kids, your family and stuff like that. Those who have yet to experience it. It's just like being a history book. Why do we read history book? One, to learn from history of what happened back then and learn from it. That's the point of having history class, is to learn the history and not to repeat the same mistake. Well, unfortunately, what they call it, system of education, whatever it's called. And I want to quote this off from a video game. It's true. To me, it's totally true. I don't remember how exactly it goes, but it's from Modern Warfare. I'm trying to think, it's part 1 or part 2. Only the victor is history. Now, in a sense, if you think about it, they're trying to say that they're going to write their own truth, their side truth, meaning how they perceive it as. Now, when she talked about the Whispers, trusting the great mystery, she's pretty much stating that card to me means that I'm just taking the leap. And it's true, I'm taking the leap. I don't know what's going on, but I'm not worried. I'm focusing right now. And that's what people have a problem with, trusting the unknown. And that's a powerful statement, trusting the unknown. How many of you would ever trust the unknown? Without a doubt. Let me ask you this. Do you ever swim to the deep, dark ocean, not thinking that there's some terrifying ass creature down below just staring at you, but you can't see it, but they're looking at you. Oh my god, that just freaks me out. There we go. Let me stop talking about that. But that just freaks me out. Anyway, well, I'm just saying, like, trusting on the unknown is a very powerful because it opens a door that you would never have imagined. It's the beauty of trusting the unknown. And the reason why you don't trust the unknown is you're comfortable to the known. You're comfortable what had been. And how are you gonna get a better life if you're just comfortable with the had been? Now, when she picked up the porcupine spirit, came to my realization that that is true. At a certain point, my mindset had changed a little bit to the point of just being a kid again, just being, goofy and childish and stuff. You gotta understand, like, what is one thing that children have in common? They're selfish in a good way. There's being selfish is not wrong. So, like, to the point, like, it's great to be selfish. It's great to be thinking about yourself because nobody's gonna make you happy. Nobody or nothing is gonna make you happy but you. If you want an ice cream for the fuck of it, go get an ice cream. Even if it's 5 degrees outside right now. Right now it's 5 degrees. I would love to have a blast cappuccino. Oh, I'm sorry, cappuccino blast. I love cappuccino blast. Whatever makes you happier. Now, and I'm talking about in a it's positive and way. Don't be like, oh yeah, hurting people makes me happy. Don't be a smart ass. Oh, have some sense to it. Like, to just be positive, make it happy for you, be happy for yourself and stuff like that. Like, if I want to play video games all day, I want to do it for the rest of my life, I'll do that. That's because I want to be happy. I want to be happy. I don't know. And when she pulled out the rabbit spirit, it was funny because when it was coming to like a rabbit, excuse me, it come out as like a lucky vibe and stuff like that. I felt like a vibe, impulsive to start working on my channel, and just like, hell, like, just work on the channel, just like make you see that you're happy with it. Why not just keep on doing it? Like, it's those feeling for it, just like kept torrenting things at YouTube and stuff like that. No, I never mentioned this before to anybody, but I have written on my book, one of my book, that I would love to have like a gaming friend, in a sense, because like every time I play video games, I'm always playing solo. My username used to be Lone Wolf, and I think that was like a bad thing about living my life too, because I always consider myself a lone wolf, to the point like I do everything solo for life and stuff. And in video games, like, I'll play like a mission. I'll do like things that you could do it with other people, but I don't mostly do it unless it's like really it needed to be done with other people. Stuff like I just want like a gaming friend that just happened to be at the same time, and we just happen to be having the same goal in mind. Because, like, in a sense, I don't want to be like doing whatever that person doing without me getting my objective done as well. And I never have found a person that can meet that expectation and stuff like that. And the hummingbird is, it's a given that I am being present. So people don't understand when being here now is most likely is talking about like emotional detachment from your past. People are now aware that they're stuck in their past by the trauma they dealt with. They experienced it, all the wrong things that happened to them, the awful events that happened to them. It's just like so on, and so on, and so on. And it's mostly the negative too. And the reason why it's so powerful and impactful on a person's life is because they're so focused on that. It's funny because the positive is so powerful than the negative, but yet They think like, oh no, how can it be? Because I'm so focused on this. It's because you're so focused on that. That is the problem. It's not that the negative is so powerful. No, it is that you're so powerful that you're focusing on that. It's making you think that it's powerful. Now, let's say like someone's just focusing on the positive events that happened in their past life. Well, there's nothing then you're already up to speed. You might be even more up to speed, like ahead of yourself, because you're so positive that your emotion is so ahead of you. You're already tracking the good things that you know, that will make you feel the same. Like everything, like who want to be near an unhappy person? There was a point that I used to work with this person. He was so negative, and I'm pretty sure he don't happen to, it's not on purpose, but he was so negative, and I feel it, and I feel it so much, and it got to the point that it just pissed me off, and that was like during my awakening, and it was just like it got to the point so much. It's like I was trying to like be friendly and stuff like that. Well, which I was friendly at the time, but like playing around with him, like, come on, man, let's do this, it's not. And it got to the point, like, he's so negative, like, not in the negative, like, oh man, I'm gonna shoot people. Like, he's not talking about that. Talking about like, it's like negative, like, it's just unbearing to be around. And it got to the point, like, I was just like, man, like, I just got upset to the point, like, you know what, I don't want to even be able to hear this person. I just like got out of there and just clean, because like it was so annoying just being next to the person. Like, it's really annoying. It's like one of those times that when someone walked in and everybody stopped because that was the awkward moment. You feel that, because you feel that, not a negative vibe, but it was like an awkwardness. It's like, what is this? I don't know. Whether it's positive or negative, like you could tell when you walk in a room, you feel a different vibe. If you're the one who's when the room and everybody stop, then you bring in a attractive, a magnetic vibe to that person, whether it's negative or positive. It all depends. But anyway, in a sense, you want to be here as in mentally and with your emotion as well, like being like focused what you're doing now. Focus on what you want to do today. What's the goal today? Be happy. Okay, do the things you want to be happy, etc. So go today. Oh God, make my bed, draw trash. You see, it's not a negative thing. You're just putting yourself to focus that you're doing something today, that you're focusing on today. All right, that's what I have for this video. I'd like to thank everyone for watching and bear with me about the opinions that I have, or how I see, how I perceive the reading as. Other than that, there were more comments that I have how it goes. Unfortunately, the recording that I was listening to shows that I kind of ranted so much that I just went off topic, or it went to the point that it was talking about one thing and it led to another. So I'll cut those out for the time being. I'd like to give a shout out to Val333 Tarot. I would post the name on the description box. And if you are watching, I want to thank you for my reading. And what I got to say about the reading is it was my first reading ever. I never had a reading. Never thought I would need one. But for some reason, I just was given an impulse of let's give it a try. And I'm glad that I did got my read. It's not something I would do all the time, but it was that one. This was one of those times that, just give it a shot. But I'm really glad that I got it, and I loved the reading. Whatever the reading that came out, I just loved it. Regardless, I was going to still do what I want to do best. Another thing, comment down below what you think about this and about my channel and what I'm going to lead to it as well. All right, thank you for that. This is Alpha Omega. I'm out.